Climate change affects how animals use their environment, but a new study shows it's having an impact on our outside time too. I'm Dan Riskin. If you ever get a chance, there's a wonderful place to visit in Ontario right on the eastern shore of Lake Huron called Pinery Provincial Park. Now it is beautiful in any season, but if you're lucky enough to see it in the fall, the colors of those leaves will take your breath away. And if you want the place to yourself, if you don't want it to be too crowded, go on a cold, rainy day. Previous research has shown that nice weather increases tourism in the fall at Pinery by more than a third. Well, in a new study, researchers looked for this pattern across the lower 48 states of the US in the hopes of predicting how tourism is going to change with climate change. Looking at the website Flickr, where people commonly upload their vacation photos, researchers downloaded 15 years worth of images from the outdoors. The pictures were all time-stamped and they were geotagged, which allowed researchers to know how popular different places have been over time. Then, by linking weather records to those photos, they came up with a model of how weather affects tourism across the lower 48. And once they knew how tourism was affected by temperature and rainfall, they plugged predicted climate change scenarios into their models to predict how tourism is going to change. And here's what they found. Their model predicted that in the summer, tourism across the lower 48 is going to drop almost 20% as a lot of popular locations just get too hot. But in the winter, demand's going to go up by roughly 10%. So as a result, you're going to see less tourism in the summer and more tourism in what is currently called the off-season. Some places, like Death Valley in California, will become less popular, and others, like the Gulf Coast of Texas, will become more popular. You often hear about how climate change affects the migration routes of animals or the timing of animal migration, but this study shows our migration out of the office and into the outdoors is going to be affected too. For CTVnews.ca, I'm Dan Riskin.